God is here. The man is under God. The woman is under the man.
Do you believe that a woman should submit in a relationship?
No.
Why not?
That's always been my belief.
So today we have Zilch. It's a non-alcoholic rosé champagne. Oh my gosh. To life, prosperity, peace,
Unfiltered heart talks.
unfiltered heart talk,
And you deserve.
and you deserve this kind of love. Yeah. Hey, Unfiltered fam. Welcome to this episode. We're doing something a little bit more chill than we're used to.
Something different.
Something different.
Something interesting.
Yes, of
All right,
course.
guys, listen. So usually we would have those deep dive discussion. Tonight we're doing something different. I'm going to be asking her some questions, and you see if she can a joke. So I'm going to be asking her some tough questions. She's going to be asking me some tough questions, and guess what? I want to know where her mindset is at, because guess what, guys? If she can't answer them questions, if she does not answer these questions the way I expect her to, she's going to get a spanking. Yeah, you're going to get punishment. You are going to get serious punishment.
That I like.
So make sure these questions are answered the way I expect them to be answered.
And guys, I have questions for him as well. So if he does not answer these questions along the lines that I think he should answer them, if his head is not where it should be based on the answers he provides,
what's going to happen?
we're going to get timeout.
I don't like the sound of timeout.
Yeah, timeout.
Timeout just sounds like
Timeout
nothing
doesn't
is
seem like
like I'm expecting that, give me something like
timeout.
Nah, timeout.
Timeout is serious.
Timeout is lame.
No,
Right,
timeout.
what's going to be happening in timeout?
We'll find out.
Our love isn't absent problems, but it sure is absent drama. You deserve this kind of love. Unfiltered Heart Talks with the Dawkins.
So guys, if you want to see comment of the week, go over to our YouTube,
The community tab.
go on the community tab, and you might just find your comment featured on our community tab.
Yes, so
All
check
right.
that out.
All right, so let's get into these questions.
Yeah?
man. Is it okay to have lunch with someone who likes you?
Is it okay to have lunch with someone who likes me?
Yes. So you're at work. Let's say you're at work, right? And there's
Is it
a
someone
guy
of the
at
opposite
work
sex? Okay.
that likes you.
Uh-huh.
Is it okay for you being, or someone in a committed relationship, marriage, to have lunch with that person?
Absolutely not.
Why
Because
not?
I believe that, especially when you're in a committed relationship or a marriage, connections or any form of interactions with the opposite sex should be very limited, right? It is easy, very easy for feelings to develop and thoughts to wander. And even if feelings don't develop, you don't want to ever put yourself in a situation where, other prying eyes could interpret or read into situations, and then there's a whole scandal about your life. So I do not believe it's appropriate. Whether the person likes you or not, it shouldn't be happening. Yeah. Nope.
Personally,
I don't care if it's a boss.
yeah.
Nope.
Personally, every Well, I'll put it this way: space shared with someone of the opposite sex, to me, is an open door policy. Yes, you might have your doors closed, but what's going on in his mind? You know, I'm having lunch with a beautiful girl, you know, and a lot of people don't look at it like this. I always say to you that I don't offer women utilities. I
Utilities.
don't give them my time and I
Mm-hmm.
don't give them my space. So for me, if you are entertaining someone in your personal space, that is you giving them time, attention,
Mm-hmm.
and you're
Absolutely.
investing.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that is you creating a potentiality.
Potentiality.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? He's knocking at the door. The door is there. He's knocking.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows when a potentiality can become a reality?
Yeah, potential.
you know?
Yeah, and as I said before, I want to restate this: whether you know whether the person is aware that this person likes them or not. I personally just avoid situations like
Yeah.
those.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You should never you should and a lot of people might look at it as a insecurity or a trust issue. It's not about insecurity. It's about you putting yourself
In a
in a
position,
position
yes,
that can, as I said,
lead to
become
a compromise.
lead to
Mm-hmm.
a compromise.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
A further compromise.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's like people want to go to the clubs while they're in a committed relationship. Why would you subject yourself
Mm-hmm.
in an area that the risk of promiscuous behavior rises,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And of course, there are stats on that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
should your partner always tell you when something bothers them?
I believe if you want the issue to be resolved, you might as well open your mouth and say something about it. I do believe so. If it's something that is trivial, if you can calculate that, raising this concern is going to be problematic, then, just hush. If you know that the person doesn't do this all the time, then maybe not. But if you do feel compelled to,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, express it, but express it in a gentle, kind way. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
For me, unspoken thoughts or unspoken pain or hurt usually manifest in unintentional disconnect.
Mm.
And if you are not talking, then you might just be distancing yourself from your partner.
Or implode. Mm-hmm.
So it's very important to communicate your feelings, your wants, your needs. And it's incumbent upon your partner to ensure that when you are expressing your vulnerabilities, that they are able to
Handle.
show
Yeah.
that they are able to show that they are able to sympathize and empathize with you, understand understand you, and give comfort where necessary. All right, babe. So this one I've been waiting for.
I'm ready for this one. Yeah.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Does attraction matters more than character?
Hmm. Does attraction matter more than character?
Yes.
I believe they're both important. I don't
Mm-hmm.
believe attraction matters more than character, because no woman wants a handsome man that has a nasty character.
Mm-hmm.
And no woman wants a man that has a perfect character and is hard to look at. Maybe
Yeah.
a lot of women are okay with that and they can work with it. But let's go with what men think. Men probably want somebody that is easy on the eyes,
Mm-hmm.
but also has a good character. And
Yeah.
even a woman that's easy on the eyes, a man is not going to want to have her around if her attitude is nasty and she's
That's true.
overbearing. So
And
I'm
vice
not gonna,
versa.
and vice versa
Yeah.
for women and men. But I'm not going to say attraction, physical. Is it physical or just a physical?
Physical attraction.
I'm not going to say physical attraction is more important than character. I would say it is important, but they're both important. That's what I would say. What are your thoughts on that?
My core belief when it comes to physical attraction and character is practically the same as yours.
Mm-hmm.
I've always believed that, well, not always. There was a point in my life when, I thought that character was more important and physical attraction was something that you could overlook.
Mm-hmm.
But
You can't overlook it.
it
Yeah,
took me 10 years
man.
to learn that that's not true.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the lie we tell ourselves,
Especially Christian people.
especially Christian people, just to satisfy the Christian community. The reality is, especially for men, for women, you guys are biologically wired different. Maybe there are women who can go with a guy who is not so attractive, but he has everything together. For men, for me,
Mm-hmm.
character builds a relationship. Attraction keeps the relationship exciting.
Mm.
You understand?
Yeah.
It it's a joy when you look at your woman, you know, and there is a instant message sent from down below to up above, or up above to down below. Like it's really a joy when you can look at your partner and see, like, you're saying, damn,
Yeah.
that's all
The
me.
dream person.
When you should not be in a relationship and you go out in public and you are looking at other women like, damn, I wish my girl was looking like that.
Mm.
That should never be. And of course, we have a video coming up
About appearance.
about appearance where we're
Yes.
going to touch into that. But a lot of people tend to overlook character, not character, physical attraction,
Mm-hmm.
and jump to character. But
It's
especially
important
for men, physical attraction is very, very important. It's just as important as
as
character.
character. Yes.
So yeah. All right. Here's one of this. This is one more of my favorite.
So you're gonna ask this
question.
one?
You ready for this one, babe?
Yes, babe.
Is it okay to be liking provocative content while in a committed relationship
Absolutely not.
on social media?
Absolutely not.
Mm.
Absolutely
Why?
not.
Why not?
Honestly, and I'm gonna say it from a female's and a male's perspective, right? Like for me, there's certain things I won't like on social media because I don't, whether it's a man or a woman. First of all, I'm not interested in men.
Mm-hmm.
But even with women, if I see something come across like a bikini is being advertised, I don't want to like that because then I don't want my feed to be filled up with half naked women.
Yeah.
Right? Because in our relationship, we do have an open door policy where you can pick up my phone and I'm not going to be fluttering because I'm gasping for breath because, oh my God, he has my phone. We do have that. And I don't want you to be going in my phone and then seeing a bunch of half naked girls, when it's just a thing for me because I'm like, oh, I want that booty. I want that, bikini, or it's that for me. But I don't like it for that reason. And I don't think for the opposite sex, not interested. And you shouldn't be doing that because what are you saying? It's like your subconscious mind saying, I want this. I'm not satisfied with what I currently have, especially if you're in a committed relationship.
Yeah.
Did I go too broad there?
No, that I think you answered well.
Okay.
My thoughts. I believe that whatever you like online is what you desire in private.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever you desire online is what you're craving offline.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. So if I like, because I'm into fitness,
Mm-hmm.
if I see someone doing a workout and I like the workout, like, that's a workout that I might just be interested in doing when I get to the gym. Or if I like a car,
Mm-hmm.
that's a car that I'm desiring. So if I'm liking girls in bikini and Instagram, then that's what I'm desiring,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Absolutely.
And if I see that and I'm into that and I am liking that, then I'm going to have certain expectations of you
Mm.
because I want you to look like the IG body that I'm seeing on
On
social
social
media.
media. Mm-hmm.
So not only does it expose your inner desires and inner thoughts, but it also break down your barriers. It break down your boundaries, and then it opens you to a world where you are now placing unrealistic
On your
expectations on
partner.
your partner.
Yes.
So it's detrimental and it can
It's
definitely destroy.
detrimental.
It can definitely
You remember
destroy.
that?
I
Yeah.
remember it can definitely destroy a relationship. Follow up question to that: is it right
Mm-hmm.
for you to be posting provocative content on your social media as someone in a committed relationship?
Absolutely not. What are you looking for? What are
Well,
you looking for?
that
Well, honestly, I know what you're doing is seeking validation and attention from people who don't know you or may know you,
exactly.
and you're just making your relationship look like a waste or unimportant to you. You know, that's just what I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And funny thing is, a lot of people when we think about provocative
Mm-hmm.
pictures, you're thinking about the thirst trap pictures, the bikini pictures, the body con dress, or the guy without his shirt on, six pack abs, or the button down and he's showing chest. We think about that. But what of the person that is fully dressed and then they have this biting their lip, fully clothed, turtleneck and everything?
Yeah. What kind of message
Provocative
are you sending?
provocative is not always half naked, or it's not always nudity. It's a message, it's a signal. It's a form of spiritual communication, the I'm available on the down low
Mm-hmm.
kind of message, even if you're wearing a long sleeve turtleneck. So it's not always half naked pictures.
The crazy thing about this particular conversation or question is that there are men and women,
Mm-hmm.
or women who believe that these kind of men who allows them to do promiscuous things are men who are secure within themselves.
That's
But
so wow.
I do not believe those men are secure within themselves. I think that those are men who believe that they have no other options and they
Mm-hmm.
can get nothing better than what they have. And so, because it fuels their ego,
Mm.
they would rather stick with the woman who portrays herself to the world in a provocative way, probably sees them as the beta male, but for them it's fine
Mm.
because what it comes with on the outside it looks good, but what happens on the inside? Pop the balloon, for example.
Yeah.
Like, I ask you this: we have seen men and women and pop the balloon. We have seen both line up. Who do you think, based on what you have seen, based on what is portrayed by men and women, who do you think that portrays to you are displayed to you that they are ready for serious commitment, marriage? And your response was what?
Mostly men.
Mostly men.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the women, hey,
Sadly.
sadly, dress like prostitutes.
Mm-hmm. And
Like
they're
we
looking
were,
for godly men. They're looking for men of God.
just crazy.
I made a comment and I said, it's so funny. It's so ironic that most of these women that are insisting on having a man of God dress like night walkers.
They do just like
So
prostitutes.
so so what I don't is this a new thing?
Yeah, and that is why I'm saying that the one of the leading cause of relationship failure is everything is over
Over
sexualized.
sexualized, yes.
Women are dressing basically naked, so there is nothing to look forward to in marriage because you're practically seeing it on their social media.
Yeah.
You're seeing it when they come on a dinner date with you. So there is nothing to look for. There is no
Yeah.
expectation like, hey,
There's
everybody
no
has seen it. There
surprise.
is no surprise.
Yeah.
You know, and I was saying that it's surprising to me that when I was a young boy growing up, that's how prostitutes used to dress. When I was a young boy growing up,
Short shorts and short
and
dresses.
short dresses,
Now
and
it's
now
everyday attire.
it's everyday attire, so
Mm.
yeah, and yeah, the comment is gonna be, oh, he's insecure. Hey, I'm insecure. I'm
Fine.
insecure. Like,
Think
you
what
know,
you think.
but I have boundaries and I have standards, and I would never encourage any man, worse my child, my son, to date a woman who dresses provocatively.
All right. So my question to you is, should intimacy be used as leverage in a relationship?
No,
Why not?
intimacy is not a currency.
Mm.
When you weaponize intimacy or sex in a relationship, you are breaking down the barriers of the relationship. In fact, you are literally setting up your partner for failure. Intimacy should never be used as a form of punishment to your partner. Despite the arguments, despite the disagreements, if your partner has needs, you respond to those needs. That is my belief, and those are the things that keeps the relationship together. Sometimes after those sex, you talk about it for weeks to come because it was so good, you know. So no, sex intimacy should never be used as leverage. What are your thoughts?
I don't believe so. It should never be used as leverage. Should never be used as leverage. Your body is not your own. So we believe what the scripture says. You know, my body doesn't belong to me, it belongs to you. And your body doesn't belong to you, it belongs to me.
Yeah.
So no, there should be no form of leveraging in those situations. If I have a need, give it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give it up.
Of course.
Yeah. And if you have a need, I give it up. All right. So, final question. Do you believe that a woman should submit in a relationship?
No.
Why not?
A joke.
That's a good one.
Um
We should put that as a teaser. No. Can you imagine?
You can. But
No.
both men and women should submit
Mm-hmm.
in marriage. And that's what the scripture says. For some reason, the argument begins at verse 22, and I'm not sure why verse 21 was missed, but it said, submit to one another, right? However, men submit differently from women, right? The order is God, the man, the wife, and then the children follow. Now, here is the thing: God is here, the man is under God, the woman is under the man. Should a woman submit to a man who steps from underneath that order? No. That's always been my belief. A woman must only submit to a man who submits to God. If he is not being led by God, do not submit to him. Because what is going to happen is a situation where, and I'm leaving some thoughts for you, babe.
Okay.
But what is going to happen is a situation where this man moves from under the authority of God, right? Whose authority is he under when he moves from God's authority, right? And if you follow him, you are moving away from God's authority and you are now moving under your husband's authorities, who is no longer aligned with God's authority. So a woman should only submit to a man who is submitted to God.
Well, I believe in that order that you stated: God, then the husband, then the wife, then the children. And that's why throughout that epistle, it is stressed, the man should submit to God. The wife should submit to the husband. And the children should submit to their parents. But the scripture also emphasizes submit, children, honor your parents in reverence to God. So if your parents are telling
reverence.
You in what?
No, I'm just agreeing. Yeah.
Okay. So if your parents are telling you to do something that is outside the will of God and outside of the statutes of what God would has outlined for his people, then you have every right to disobey your parents. And at that point, you're not disobeying them because they're not falling under the order. So it's just the same. I use the example of Ananias and Sapphira, or Achan. So Achan, they went to war. They were told not to take any of the spoil, but he decided this coat looks so nice. This jewelry is so beautiful. I'm going to take it and I'm going to hide it. I'm going to bury it under my tent. And of course, I'm sure somebody in his household saw him bring those things in, and they said nothing. And when you go into the story, you find that he goes into the tent, he buries these things, and surely they saw him do it. Because the consequence was not just Achan being stoned, it was Achan down to his donkey. So his wife, his children, everybody. So Achan stepped outside of the order of being under God, and his family followed suit. So the consequences followed, right? And that's why it's so important. Had they remained and said, "No, you're not bringing this in here. This we were told not to take anything from the spoil," then he would have been the only one to bear his sin. But they stepped outside of the order, and they also experienced the consequences of that, which is death. So it's important. Submission, yes, only when he is submitting to God.
Yeah. And I think that's biblical. I think that's biblical.
All right, guys, these questions were real. These are some of the questions that a lot of couples have, but they never ask. And we want to know what you think in the comment section below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you have any thoughts on anything that we shared? We would love to know. Leave your comment in the comment section below. And if you like this conversation, consider sharing it with someone who you believe would enjoy it as well. Any thoughts, love?
And as usual, guys, please like, share, push that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and we will see you all on another one. And as we always say, babe,
this is Unfiltered Heart Talks, and you deserve this kind of love.
Our love isn't absent problems, but it sure is absent drama. You deserve this kind of love. Unfiltered Heart Talks with the Dawkins.